give the public comment. Right. Next item is approval of our minutes of our June 8th meeting, which is actually our annual meeting. We have a motion to approve. So there's a motion, is there a second? There's a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. The next item is approval of the legal bill of County Locks Federal West for the months of May and June for a dollar figure of $8,940. Is there a motion? So there's a motion, is there a second? Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item is legal bill of Alcoholic Machine for May of this year for a dollar figure of $3,113.12. Is there a motion? There's a motion, and there is a second. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item, ratifications of a number of items. Who can handle this?
Chairman, the majority of these items are for contractor and consultant farmers meetings, mostly for one bridge. There are also some multiple bridge consulting services, also for the Jamestown Law Station contractor bridge, and also a engineering inspection and oversight for the toll plaza.
There's a motion, and a second. There's a motion, and a second to ratify. And I've been informed by our executive director, we might actually be able to hear each other next meeting when this thing is finished. That's our goal. So a motion, and a second. Any discussion of the ratification? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item is the MS bike race request. Mr.
We had received, in 2007, MS approached us about doing a run over the bridge. A ride over the bridge. And again, in 2012, this is a very substantial fundraiser for MS. They obviously deal with staff, deal with myself and fellow co-workers. They take care of all of the logistics from soup to nuts, but work closely with us to make sure that it runs smoothly. This is unique in that this is a major fundraiser for an outside organization, but obviously a nonprofit. So I would request that the board consider giving them, they want to look at June 10th with a rain date of June 17th. So if there are any questions, I think I can answer.
So one question, just so we have it out there. The authority does not incur any cost from us.
None whatsoever.
So anything to do with traffic details, anything like that,
They
all
pay.
covered by the organization.
And if there are any costs incurred, if our maintenance people are involved or things of that nature, they will actually reimburse us for the hours.
And in terms of the timing of it, because obviously traffic is important to our users, it's handled in a way such to mitigate major traffic problems.
Jim could answer it. What time do you want to start?
Yes, sir. It's, so June 10th is the primary date, it's a Saturday, 6 a.m., 1 hour time, just 2 bridges, starting in Port, travel all the way into North Kingston, and then that's it, it's over. About 800 riders, Mr. Crawford brought up a good point, it's a very substantial fundraiser, and $500,000 minimum they will make on this. Everything, including insurance binders and bonds and everything else, they will cover everything, so it will be no cost whatsoever.
Any other questions? Is there a motion to, and the motion is really just to authorize the executive director to finalize the details. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second? Any other discussion? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. The next item is related to Department of Motor Vehicle lookups in terms of licensing and the violation processing that we're taking inside. So, Mark?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is just the continuing process of the authority taking violations in-house. And the ability, we'd like to offer an RFP for companies to look up license plates for out-of-state violators. And just to go off RFP, there are a few companies that do this, and we're structuring such that we only pay if they're successful.
Phenomenal idea.
Maine gave us that idea.
Is there a motion to approve?
So,
There's a motion and a second. Any questions or discussion? This is just to go out to RFP.
Correct.
I guess my question is, what do we look at as the go-live date for us actually
Completely,
Yeah.
it's October 1st
of this year?
of this year. So we're doing it in stages. We've done the website, and now we're continuing the process.
Awesome. We have a motion on the floor. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item, Mr. Croft is going to handle related to the, our new maintenance building and some fire protection.
Yeah, we had, as you know, even before the board before, to the maintenance building up under the bridge to house our equipment, the snow in the bucket and what have you, and sweepers, closing to the elements, obviously in the winter time, especially the snow. And we went before the state building appeals board, Mr. Director. This is a unique situation where a building underneath the bridge, the code is silent. So now, although initially they said, yeah, this is fine, we have no problem with it, then several weeks later, they said, wow, we may have a problem, we put construction underneath the bridge. We're not certain if we have a problem with it, so then we did a hearing and talked about, obviously, fire code, talked about hours and, 3-hour rating, and also talked about sprinklers, and talked about chemicals, possibly chemical sprinkler, talked about, sinking a well to draw water from. So we think that we have a solution. There is also a potential to move the building a little bit. We're talking with Tom Jamestown. If none of those come to fruition and we have to keep it where we currently designated, and/or the fire code rating, we can't work out with them because this is incredibly complicated. They really don't want to deal with it. They'd rather, let's work to make this comfortable for everybody. We would like to ask for the additional monies to indeed put in the sprinklers and all of the above, because we're going to pump and what have you, just in case. My sense is we will not have to execute this. It's the hope, my sense and my hope. And however, if we all decide, sitting with the state, really to proceed forward down this path, there's no August meeting, we want to continue forward, and there's no prior to winter, so that's why you're in front of the board. So that was kind of sort of Joe.
Yes, well, I'm gonna make that motion so you don't get delayed.
This motion is second. This motion is second to authorize the executive director to spend the money on the fire system if need be, and also obviously if he can work out a deal, it's even better. Any other discussion or questions? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Any executive director's report?
There is quickly, I put in the board packet, there is no August meeting. The August 3rd meeting is being canceled. The September meeting, rather than the 14th, is September 7th. We're going to move that up a week. The remainder of the meetings I put in October, November, December, and I have gotten those dates to pertinent staff people and everyone's level so that they're aware of those dates. We have the Save the Day swim coming up the 13th, which is moving along. That's a great project. It starts over in Newport, finishes here. Save the Bay's got that done pretty well through science. The Four Bridges Bike Run is mid-September, and then out of the Citizens Bridge Run is October. They're all moving along pretty well. There's just two other quick things I just want to bring to the board's attention. One is we will be meeting with the some of the town fathers over in Portsmouth a week from Friday.
And mothers.
We're going to be doing some work over the Mount Hope Bridge. We're going to do some night work. If we don't do night work, but the amount of work that needs to be done on that 2-lane highway, there will be quite a substantial backup on that bridge days. So we're looking to do some nights. We'll be meeting with the town fathers to discuss that. Once we get done there, we'll go over and see the same cast of characters over at the Fort Bristol. We have chatted with them, and they appear to be pretty receptive to an official meeting with them. And we will also, I've talked to Roger they're really impacted with the back and forth. The only other thing I just want to bring to the board's attention quickly, it's in your packet. We received a letter, we went to meet with the town manager, as we do often, to talk about projects, and he mentioned, well, you obviously received a letter from the Conservation Commission, and we hadn't. The town of Jamestown's Conservation Commission had asked us some questions about our solar project, which has been kicking around for about a year and a half. And we purposely put up a 4x8 so everyone could see it, and it's coming and what have you. They've asked us, we sat with the town manager, told them what the plans are, they've been scaled down because of discussions with National Grid in terms of supply and what have you, and the grid and all those things way beyond my pay grade. But I will tell you that we are looking to move forward. The town has asked us if they could come up with an alternate site from where we're currently looking at that would serve the same purpose that we'd like to achieve as an authority. Would we entertain it? We said certainly we could, but you get into feeds and how long the line's got to run. This line is right next to what we're going to do. So, but we'll work with the town to try to come to some type of compromise if need be. But that project is moving along also. That's all I have, Mr. Chairman. And there is no executive session.
Any other questions and tough questions for the executive director?
They're all tough. After 10 years, they're all tough, Mr. Chairman.
Is there a motion? Is there a motion to adjourn? We have a motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The meeting is adjourned. Thank you. Appreciate your presence. Okay.
Don't take a look.